Yeah, I'm not gonna get me with that. Yeah, for real.
Actually, I probably need a little more lighting on where I'm at, so I should probably move.
So,
Yeah, I can't probably sit over here. It's a little more lighting. So, Ben, I'm gonna sit here. Is it okay?
why?
Lighting. I need a little bit more lighting,
Okay.
please.
See, if you get that lamp on right there, the light there.
Yeah.
How's that?
Or the other.
Or the big one? Yeah, maybe the big one actually probably would work better. So, all right, cool. So, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Just got the shrine.
The angel
No, that's so good. That's
sits
cool.
here.
Where is that? Where's my tea?
I got you.
Cool. Thank you so very much.
Your teeth.
That's
Your teeth
That's my tea right
inside
here.
your mouth.
All right. So, once again, it is an orchestration to put these together and remain consistent on Thursdays. However, the process requires quite a bit of patience and balance and grounding. However, our subject matter today, ironically, is the pillar or the foundation of maintaining this sense of presence and grace amongst your activities here within the illusion. Once again, we adjust based on the situations and circumstances that we move through, and we remain centered. So, can I? Is that tea? Is this my tea right here? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Perfect. All right. Easy enough. So, did y'all want to be present?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
A little bit. Okay. Cool. No problem. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Let's Build. Always a great honor and pleasure to connect with all of you. As spoken before, we are reporting live from Bergen, Germany, which is here in the mountains close to the border of Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. I'm here today with Amun Ra, and Corey, and of course we have a special guest, Burnt Almus, and Caitness, my counterpart for our show on Saturday. But of course, we continue to remain persistent and consistent in our talks. Of course, today's talk is about meditation. We're going to move into it, being that we are 38 minutes late. We were a little tardy getting down here, so I shall go ahead and get into it. Once again, as always, the disclaimer in recognizing that the sound vibrations expressed through these transmissions are but 20% of the actual communication that's taking place through who we are, of your angelic guardians, through who I am as your commander, Ashtar. Once again, our intent is to connect with you and from this platform, so we may share a loving sense of vibration exchange and communication through the energies expressed through the sound vibrations here. So once again, really appreciate your presence. A great honor to connect with all of you, and we will continue our healing as one family as always. So I shall begin. So meditation. There's a lot that comes, and that's basically filters of the mind when we speak on meditation. A lot of souls put a lot of emphasis on this practice. Rightly so. However, once again, this is but one aspect of the process of awakening to one's true self from a place of balance. Now, when we speak of meditation, It's necessary to realize that this is an extremely integrated aspect of your experience. By nature, your mere balanced existence beyond the thought processes of the mind identity, there exists a energetic frequency, which is the truth of your nature. In actuality, the frequency of peace beyond the thought patterns of the mind that we experience throughout our physical reality or conscious existence here in the illusion. That frequency of peace is where we exist within the vibration that meditation actually expands upon, or meditation caters to. Let's focus on some of the blockages or mental errors in consciousness that are entertained and promoted quite often here within this dimension when we speak on meditation. Now, meditation is a timeless activity. It's beyond the illusion of linear time. It's from a space of beingness, a frequency of complete divine presence, where the act itself, or the foundational act in itself, is when a soul consciously takes the time to go within oneself beyond the stimuli of the physical vehicle. Now, when I say this, I'm not speaking of not being able to feel and hear or touch or taste. Of course, the shutting down of the visual stimuli is very helpful when meditating, going within oneself and focusing on the energetic nature of one's presence. This is the foundational essence of meditation itself. Now, there's quite a few different aspects of such a practice. At its core, it's about embracing the core of who you are. It's about returning to the heart space, to the center, beyond the mind activity, beyond thought patterns, beyond opinions, judgments, all outer projections. It's just a sense of presence. This is what this is about. And when I speak of meditation in such a way, there tends to be quite a few rules that are placed upon, if I say not necessarily rules, but people entertain a lot of rules and prerequisites when it comes to meditation. And once again, there is no right or wrong here when I say rules and prerequisites. However, from a more divine space of presence, there is a natural aspect to what this practice is all about. So breathe a moment with me. Just breathe a moment with me. Breathe. Embrace your sense of presence. Just be here, beyond expectations, beyond analysis. Just be here for a second and breathe. So you can sense a presence, a fabric, a vast fabric, a vast essence that is within this silence. Now, this essence, this silence, this feeling that you just experienced via that small moment of connection that we just shared is the essence of balance. This is the essence of meditation. Complete presence. When it comes to some of the superficial aspects of okay, cool, I'm back again. Easy enough. So as I was saying, the superficial aspects of what people consider necessary or the prerequisites when it comes to meditation. You hear incense often, you hear silence often, you hear, a sacred space, a shrine, if you will, candles, a meditation pillow. A lot of these things come to the conscious attention of the soul intending to embrace such a practice. Once again, not bad things at all. These are, once again, beautiful aspects and tools of the divine, which we are here to embrace as aspects of the illusion, where we can experience such a connection from a place of comfort. If anything, these are more so comforts to assist us in remaining present and being comfortable within that space of practice. However, once again, they aren't absolutely necessary at all. If anything, they're in truth the superficial aspects of meditation or the practice itself. Even when it comes to mantras, I didn't start off with a mantra through my meditation practices. One of, actually my art teacher from the college I was attending here in Europe, we became very connected in many ways. And she was basically, her name is Jean, and she started the meditation tutelage of transcendental meditation with Deepak back in the 80s. She's one of my art teachers, and she gave me a mantra. However, she very, very quickly took it back and said, you know what, don't do it. Don't use it. You don't need it. She sensed the level of presence and being that I was in, and realized that it wasn't necessary for me to have that. And in actuality, it was more so just a tool or a stepping stone to realize such a presence. And by the way, that was maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. But once again, these are very superficial aspects of the practice of meditation. So meditation can be done anywhere. Once again, you're more so just connecting with the heart space. It's an aspect of grounding yourself. And grounding yourself has many practices. However, they all are geared towards you returning to your heart space, returning to the present moment, beyond all that's taking place within the physical illusion, and embracing the present moment, beyond the temporary emotional experiences that may come about throughout your healing process. All of these practices are tools which are assisting you in returning to your heart, returning to your core in complete peace, beyond judgment, beyond projections, beyond being irritated or thrown off of your square, and being totally present. This is what this is about. An integrated aspect of your experience. Now, for me, this is the most important part of recognizing the nature of meditation. It's an integrated practice. And when we say integrated, we speak of not something that's done at a particular time period throughout your day or once or twice a day. Just like ascension is not done once or twice a day. Ascension is a lifestyle. It's a constant practice. It's a way of being. Now, the grounding practices or the nature of grounding is within the same category. It's a way of being where it's not about I meditate 20 minutes a day, or I have my ritual and a routine where I go home and I meditate once in the morning and once in the evening and I pray and this. It's an aspect of awakened soul's lifestyle. Sometimes I catch the bus. Sometimes I may be at the doctor's office or in a restaurant waiting on my order to be completed. I may be at a friend's place and they're doing something for a moment. These moments are perfect to return to your core. And returning to your core is the sole purpose of meditation. Sit for a moment. It's not necessary to chant or hold your hands in a particular manner. It's more so about being still, stilling yourself, closing your eyes, and recognizing who you are as the creator. Recognizing who you are as the source of this experience. Coming into contact, consciously, coming into conscious contact with the essence of your existence, which is the fabric of creation, which you know as love vibrating at a frequency of peace. The experience we had at the forefront of our conversation today was about being still. In many cases, some souls prefer not to close their eyes. Their eyes remain open during meditation. They sit and they look straight forward. It's about relaxing the physical being and the senses and remaining present. This is what this is all about. Are you playing something? Okay. So once again, in being integrated, this is the nature of such a practice. It could be done anywhere throughout your experience, all day, throughout your experience, returning to the heart space throughout your experience. Now, in doing this, there's quite a bit of stimuli that comes with such an experience because you become very sensitive to all the stimuluses of your physical reality. Returning to the heart space and consciously being more aware of the nature of your presence, what you touch, how you feel, the things that you see, the colors amongst your reality, the things that you taste, what you hear, the way that you move. It all becomes very, very vivid. Very vivid. If you do it enough, it's like walking on clouds. You don't walk through a room or run through a room. You float through the room. There's a sense of presence that's heavenly. You're more aware of the nature of all that you do when it comes to your speech, when it comes to your connections, your decisions, all aspects of your presence. is refined and aligned to a higher frequency of being. And this is a byproduct of being conscious of your consciousness, more conscious of your consciousness, your sense of presence, your sense of being. Once again, the integrated aspect of meditation is foundational, because those who attempt to delay the process or the practice in search of greater, more comfortable circumstances amongst their physical reality. Oh, I'll wait till I get home later. I'll wait till I get this meditation CD. Somebody's supposed to teach me how to meditate, and this. I mean, the list goes on. And once again, I'm able to say this because within the experience that I've had, these have been excuses. Oh, I need to meditate more. I need to start meditating. And, the voice of the ego minds and these catchphrases go on for days. However, once again, it's about integrating this practice within your lifestyle. It's about starting now. And there is no time limit. There are no prerequisites to such a practice. It doesn't matter how long you do it. Once again, this is a timeless activity. You move beyond the illusion of space and time when you make the decision to connect with one's own heart space. When you relax. The benefits are endless. Your sensitivity, of course, is reflective of your level of wisdom. The souls who are sensitive are basically experiencing their level of consciousness through their sensitivity. The senses, their ability to sense what's taking place, to sense the miracle of life, to sense the blessings around oneself, within oneself, sensing the emotions, sensing the feelings. The emotions and the senses are activated and experienced on a much higher level as you connect deeper with your core. Sensitivity is reflective of your wisdom. It's not a weakness. It's your ability to be conscious of consciousness. And once again, who you are as consciousness is who you are as the creator, being conscious of who you are as God. This is what's reflective in sensitivity. The more sensitive you are, the more you embrace this feeling, this essence within yourself, the deeper the level of creativity you experience, the more you're able to create as the creator, because you're conscious of being conscious. Once again, when I write, when I express the transmissions that's being expressed on a daily basis, I don't have to think about them. I'm conscious of being conscious. I'm totally present. It's there. I pick up the phone or whatever device I'm using to write and I start writing. It's automatic because I'm present. I'm here. I don't have to be inspired by anything outside of the self. I'm here. I'm alive. I breathe. I feel all that is in this now moment, and being conscious of who I am as consciousness. And within this stream, within this fabric of existence, there's infinite intelligence where you have the ability to speak. You have the ability to write in eloquent natures and beautiful contours and colors and express the deepest depths of divinity within your presence. Once again, this presence, this consciousness is within the fabric of existence, which is who you are. It's infinite intelligence. This is not a speech. I'm not having to write or study or refer to any books while I'm communicating with you. These are open-hearted communications where you can sense the nature of the writing and transmissions that are being expressed come directly from the heart space and not from any book references. I speak in the way that I write as your commander and being here to be of service to humanity as a species. So once again, the nature of meditation is in embracing this fabric of existence and who you are in truth as infinite intelligence, as the creator. So there are no rules. There is no right or wrong way to meditate. It's about being present. The more you embrace this essence, this fabric, the more it becomes an integrated aspect of your life. A sense of presence. Eventually, meditation becomes an aspect of your movement. As you move, you're completely present and within the heart space where there are no thought patterns, there's only presence. Another practice when it comes to meditation, or another way that's possible, is in actuality through your creativity. Here's where you realize creativity being a foundational aspect and a very important aspect of the healing process that we are undergoing. Creator every day. In actuality, creation is a meditation. Creation is a meditation. Once again, creation is a meditation. Painting, writing, cooking, dancing. The beautiful expressions that you create on a daily basis. This is catering to your sense of presence. The activities that you participate in that bring a sense of joy, where you are not in the mind space, you're in the heart space. There's things that you do where you lose conscious awareness of space and time. There's a common phrase amongst humanity that says, time flies when you're having fun. A beautiful analogy and a perfect reflection of the nature of meditation, or the meditative state, the sense of equilibrium, or the creative space of nothingness, where there is no space and time. There's things that you do where you lose all sense of time. You forget to eat. You are not thinking about thinking. You zone out and you're present and you're doing what you're doing. And you lose all sense of time. You can do what you're doing for 5 and 6 hours and the sun will go down. And when you finish enjoying yourself and embracing the activity that you were embracing, you realize, well, hey, where's all the time gone? It's almost as if you moved into another reality. This space of beingness is the creative space that, or the space of presence that meditation caters to, where the more you do so, the more you remain in that space, where getting up in the morning is a timeless activity. All that you do is timeless. The way you live your life is beyond analysis of space and time, because you're experiencing your experience and you're enjoying it. You are within a space of bliss. creation, existence, presence, healing. You embrace all that is. However, there is no analysis. There's only presence. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, running on the 30-minute mark. And this is the discussion portion of our talk on meditation today. An integrated aspect of your experience where you are constantly returning to the heart space beyond the drama, beyond all that is temporary amongst the outer illusion, to recognize the divine truth that is eternal within your own heart space, which is the frequency of peace, a vibration of unconditional love and acceptance of all that is, and realizing your life is a miracle. This now moment is a blessing. You are breathing. You can see. You have access to a computer to actually connect with all of us. And because of this, life is amazing. However, that sensitivity, that wisdom that meditation caters to allows you to sense this and actually, and I'll use this term very loosely, police yourself when you fix your mouth to complain about existing. When you complain about the blessing of life. Nothing's that bad. We're here. And in actuality, this is an amazing time for all of us, because we're actually unfolding the liberation of the human species after 13,000 years of enslavement in the darkness. And who you are as awakened souls, you're the forerunners of such a process, and it's necessary to embrace such practices so you can remain stable, unshakable, unmovable, and strong, so you may serve those that you love. Aspects of self that will need your assistance during the many changes taking place on the planet right now. They will need you. As an example of the shining light of divine truth, they will need you. However, once again, these practices are necessary for us to embrace within ourselves as leaders in order to shine the light and allow for the healing to take place and the liberation of the species as a whole, where we are in service to the divine and blessed to be here during this transition. Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking on meditation today. This is Les Bill. Thank you for joining us. Universal brothers and sisters, I am your commander, Ashtar. Overseas, on the crew, 144. Amun Ra.
Back.
We will be taking questions and starting our discussion on meditation. If you have any questions or inquiries, or you'd like to share your perspective on the nature of meditation and alignment, we will entertain these in our comment section. We're going to take our first break, and I'll turn the mic over to Overseas so he can pull up our musical selection and we can continue. Thank you for being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's build community. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in and being patient. It's a blessing to be here with y'all this evening. And we're not on the same location as the Raw. We're out here in beautiful Bergen, Germany. We got here a little late, so we couldn't really show you all the mountains. However, as your DJ once again this evening, I will select a song, and then I will also post the link in the comment section before we go into the next segment of the Let's Build, so that you guys can enjoy it whenever you like. This song is titled Sue's Taboo from the Universal Brothers and Sisters page. Give me one moment. I will be there.
Huh? You gonna find it or?
Yeah. Once again, thank you for your patience. But feel free to meditate while I find the song.
Great suggestion.
Much love. And as most of you know who've visited our page before, we do have a lot of music on here, so it takes about a little second to get to it. Usually I have the music ready for you guys, but we were on the road, so I was a little tardy with that. Got too much sauce on here. Almost there, folks.
Actually, Zeus Temple was in the iTunes already.
You already got it there? Okay.
I mean, do it got to be Zeus Temple?
I mean, I just thought it was a nice selection. I mean, it doesn't have to be. There's obviously other selections we could put up here. But I think we're about to be there anyway. Yeah. There it is.
Welcome back, y'all. We still chilling out on the bridge. How do we do? Real easy, like beautifully though. The coolest kids at the table getting paper. It's a metaphor, bro. Keep it pimpin' with this shit, check the colloquial. Solo with the flow, lows, gold ropes is a no. I'd rather rock a rose and Cupid link, broken yellow. Red sky, walk a smooth kind of Velatello. That like the bill with the queen, so excuse me, hello. Play botanical garden parties with the super mellow. 5-piece Stephanie set, yo, with the cello. Old fellow like a Morris Captain who get barrel. Just hit the beat till you peak, huh? Keep it thorough. Oh, did that bitch we some connoisseurs? But every mind takes some type of conscious power maneuvers. Underworldly entourage, rockin' beat for Anubis. I keep a blanket like mine, it's just so much be cooler.
Ain't nothing cooler than peace. Wreck the ground, chakra sounds from angels of concrete. Salute, I'm the 111, please. Akashi eats with us these. By astronomically with a crystalline entities. Ain't no anomaly when you free. Out of space, just be galactic. Fleet, straight through the wormhole. Universe, university, road gold. This ain't no promo, just feng shui slow mo. Love energy thorough.
What I did was I tried to make them realize that being hip is being intelligent. And the lethal weapon is the mind. It's not the gun you have in your hand, it's what you think.
Take it by the hard part. That's a purpose. Chill. Put nines on me like I'm home with wings. Ain't no losing feathers, watch me breathe. It's closing season for philosophies. An ocean breeze that guides my pain, which blows responsibly. Most these authors end up being asleep. Deep brown, they snowing beats. On beach, straight in, camo cargoes. Wells Fargo, on get bailed out again. People fly embargo. Action bank about no sorrow. Plus them free suckers. Came through with the peanut butter truffle colored leather duffel. Rated tonnage, very, very smokers. I got deposits, watch me have a Snickers. I'll wait, cause I'm patient, cause old PB&J sandwich with banana muscle milk. High as me and frequency chillin' and still track these beats in my grandma's quilt. Yo, on my great grandma's will, the seed planet Earth free right now. Chill. I got a bonfire for them bills. We can dance around the daffodils. True. Yo, this your moment to view. Galactic fetish, sweet as taboo. Yeah.
Just hit the link.
You want to share the link? Can you do that from your phone?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Go ahead, do that.
All right, easy enough. Thank you for joining us once again, ladies and gentlemen. That was our break, our first portion. We just finished our conversation or our seminar portion of the Let's Build, and today's subject matter is meditation. So, we have Corey and Amun on the boards today, addressing our feed for questions, and yeah, we'll discuss what's going on. So, what's the first question, our team?
Is that from Pam?
Yeah.
Well, we had I like Liliana's question.
Okay. Is it before Pam's or?
No, it's after Pam.
Oh, okay.
It's just like two things.
Okay, hold on. I'll do. You can do that one. Give me Pam's question first, son.
So from Pam, she says, so I understood that right. Praying the rosary isn't a tool. It always used to put me in a meditative state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
She used it.
Okay.
So I don't know. I guess that wasn't a question.
No. I mean, there's plenty of tools that we use. Yes. What the religious consider as prayer, and using the rosary beads as the physical stimulus of presence. In actuality, counting the rosaries, flimming the rosaries with the thumb. This is a practice used by many ancients, not necessarily just the rosary beads, but in ancient culture. What do you call the balls that you spin? Yeah.
The problems, but the basically I want to say the stress relief balls.
Okay, yeah.
The Chinese ones that make noises.
There's a pretty term for it, but at the end of the day, the physical stimuli has been is it medicine balls?
No, that's the gym.
No. Anyway, the physical stimuli is similar to, in actuality, similar to a mantra, where the mantra is to harness one's focus to dissolve the mental activity. It's basically something to do. So the focus is not on thinking, it's on what you're doing. So basically the mind is empty and there's a sense of presence. Now, I was not about to say meditation is exactly like prayer in religion. Once again, those who do prayer, they wish to communicate with the divine. However, often, unfortunately, that communication is from a place of fear where there's requests and things that, and hope or attempts to convince the unseen that basically what they do not want to happen, please don't allow it to happen. But once again, in your experience in your own design, these are from a place of ignorance. And once again, life is a blessing. So meditation is more about being present. If anything, meditation gives us an opportunity to express a sense of gratitude to the angels, that our angelic realms that take care of us on a daily basis, and is basically responsible for ensuring that all that we need amongst the unfoldment that's unfolding before us as far as our design, or assisting us in realizing that we have all that we need amongst our path. And if anything, this provides us the opportunity, if we're going to communicate, to express a sense of gratitude for the opportunity of life, as well as the assistance being provided on a constant basis when it comes to our unfoldment. So once again, nothing wrong with the rosary or the activity of prayer. Once again, we're beyond right and wrong. However, the more aligned, wise aspect, or the more awakened aspect of a prayer, or basically embracing the rosary, would be to assist us in moving beyond thought patterns and being present and basically concentrating on our essence and presence with the divine. So this is the nature of that, and I do appreciate you sharing your experience and your expressions. Once again, now this is beyond the distortions of right and wrong. We all are on a path and realizing the nature of our essence in our own integrated way. So once again, thank you so very much, Pam, for being here. What else do we have, man?
Yes, you want to read that?
Liliana Stoshik. I hope I didn't mess that up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying. I feel that meditation as we know it is not serving me much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowing myself just to enjoy more and more being here and now, flow and blossom. And she said it feels so good.
Mm-hmm. So this is okay. However, from a place of wisdom, from a place of deeper wisdom and openness, all has its purpose. If that does not resonate with you at present and you prefer to be, this is okay. You're not going to get any resistance with that. However, meditation is a practice that is assisting us in moving out of the mind and connecting more with the core of our presence within. So once again, through connecting more with the core within yourself, the being that you speak so lovely about becomes even more joyful. Why? Because your sensitivity level is elevated. It's expanding. Now, this is a great segue of something that I did want to touch on. There are those that feel that ascension or the embrace of the path of spiritual maturity is all about meditating. And in actuality,
Before you finish, she added something to it, and it might.
Okay, go ahead.
What she's saying. Where did it go? Although I respect them, these old ways, she just basically saying it doesn't work for her anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, once again, if this is where you are, this is where you are on your path. Once again, what allows for the consciousness to expand is to accept where you are. It's once again, no right or wrong, no better or more evolved way of being. You are where you are and where you choose to be on your path. It's just about accepting that. And when you accept that, you allow yourself to expand more. You allow for the notions. Once again, now is now, and you feel the way that you feel now because it's now. However, now is constantly expanding. There's a constant change taking place. You're saying this now, and this is okay. However, once again, change is constant. You more than likely will feel different later. However, you must allow for yourself to embrace where you are now and allow that to expand. It's okay. Now, back to what I was saying, this is a great segue into those that feel that the path of spiritual maturity or ascension is all about meditation. This is evasive in a way, attempting to avoid the aspects of existence that one might not resonate with, aren't necessarily a person's favorite, attempting to go in the woods and become a monk because you don't like life or people or modern society, if you will. meditating for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 hours all day long. Once again, this has its place. However, the elevated path of spiritual maturity embraces all aspects of existence. If there's things about your physical reality that you attempt to resist, this isn't spiritually mature. You're here to live. Life, people, humanity. You're here on planet Earth to experience the planet Earth experience. There's nothing, once again, nothing wrong about wanting to be in a meditative space, and it's, you know, it's comfortable. You, it feels good to be in this space. However, once again, being able to interact, communicate, and express and coexist harmoniously with aspects of self is absolutely necessary. It's not, once again, it's not about running away from life because you want to be spiritually mature or more evolved, and you want to be Buddha, and I'm a go, and I don't like being around people or negative people and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the more you run from it, the more you resist it, the deeper the blockages. So yes, you can go and be by yourself or attempt to meditate all day long, every day, all day. However, those blockages will still be there. It's necessary to work with the reality. And in actuality, the path of spiritual maturity involves an expansion. We talk about expansion all the time. And this includes being around more souls. We're talking about a reintegration with the intergalactic community, being around not just humans, but other species that may cater to a sense of discomfort within oneself. However, your expansion is about becoming comfortable with the things that you're uncomfortable with, or that you've been uncomfortable with. And not necessarily saying it's necessary to enjoy it. However, it's about being able to accept it and remain present beyond allowing it to emotionally manipulate you as source, being grounded and present. Being here, not attempting to project judgments and get away from people because they make you feel a particular way. If that's the case, then you're being emotionally manipulated. Now, this is a healing process. So yes, of course, initially, there will be some experiences that make you uncomfortable, or that cater to a sense of discomfort, not make you, but cater to a sense of discomfort. And I've experienced this myself. However, as you heal and become more sturdy in your presence, your energetic frequency, you aren't attempting to run away. I mean, of course, you unconditionally love yourself and respect yourself. I mean, people are disrespectful all the time on the page. They want to cuss and say stuff, and I don't agree, and continue to attempt to terrorize what I do. Yes, I quickly block these people. I give them a couple chances to, come to a place of balance and harmony, and, the transmissions being a privilege. However, not going to tolerate, disrespect. Not disrespecting another person. I'm not going to tolerate, around me or, in my presence. However, once again, I'm not allowing it to rub me the wrong way or ruin my day or budge the way that I feel at present. I'm okay with this stuff. However, this is where you're able to accept and realize that all are healing and operate from their level of awareness. And accept beyond attempting to be evasive and run away. It's okay. If anything, if you have to coexist around certain individuals for a certain amount of time, especially when it comes to being of service, and you have to be there, guess what? You don't run away. They throwing shade, you shine brighter. You shine way brighter. You smile, it's okay. They throwing shade, shine brighter. Your source, the sun. Come on, let's do it. It's okay. So, done with that particular aspect of our conversation. Let's go on to something else. CeeLo, what else you got, man? Are you doing songs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do songs. What you got, team?
Oh, we got Cameron Watt. I believe Carrie kind of answered his question. We basically directed him on where to go for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But he's asking, by the way, when you were mentioning the feeling of floating, when we become more grounded, is this sort of a beginning of what you talked about while before in the transmission, where we don't have to smoke weed, etc., because simply existing feels like ecstasy?
Exactly. Exactamundo. Cameron, pleasure to connect with you again. The natural stimuli of existence, the sensitivity of existence, where you feel, okay, look, I smoke weed every day for like 7 years, okay? I know what it does, and I'm here in Europe, so look, the team, tell them.
Skinnies.
Okay, so
Skinny
understand this. Weed numbs the thought patterns, and it brings out a level of sensitivity to euphoria within the body, and you're basically present. You see colors brighter. You enjoy the food, and you're moving around, and you're touching people, and it's so vivid.
Don't be touching people.
What? Okay, so basically through that experience, you connect with a certain level of presence that is very stimulating physically. There's a mental experience as well, where you're stimulated and extremely sensitive to your environment. However, with the practice of meditation, you start to move into this space naturally. And it, once again, where I am at now, within the 6-7 year span of the practice, this is just the beginning phases of such a level of bliss. The euphoria that is experienced naturally within the path of evolving in consciousness, like a fully conscious presence, is absolutely amazing. By default, your existence within a physical body, by default, your existence within a physical vessel, a physical vehicle, is supposed to be absolutely amazing. An absolutely amazing experience as far as how you feel. To exist within a physical vessel, within the fabric of existence, within the physical reality of creation, the physical existence of the heavenly realms. An absolutely blissful experience that continues to evolve in frequency. However, that space of purity is its foundation. Yes, we embrace pacifiers to assist us in dealing with the dramas of the outer illusion. However, as you heal, you're not attempting to deal with life. Life is not a problem. It's a blessing. You don't deal with it. You experience it. You embrace it because it's a miracle and a blessing. The healing is necessary. It's a gentle process, a constant, gentle process, a upward ramp of elevation and sensitivity and presence and knowing who you are as the source of this reality. However, once again, the stimuli, the tools that we are provided here to assist ourselves in healing and maintaining our cool amongst the dramas are only temporary. They're pacifiers. We become dependent on pacifiers and feel that this is the most heavenly experience. And once again, this is just a fraction. This is just a fraction. It's okay. Embrace it, allow it, accept it. However, it's necessary to know there's more. There's absolutely more. And the more you heal, you have so much to be excited about. So what else we got, man?
Y'all talking today? Y'all quiet? Y'all back there meditating or what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Not many questions. They're enjoying you to speak about it.
We got some music for him? Or is it too early for it?
No, it's an album. What's up, Cito?
All right. You gotta
We'll go into another sponsor break.
So we're gonna do another break, give you a chance to get out of your meditation, and I'll reconjure the questions that the ego mind is so infamous for expressing on a daily basis. I know that they're there. You have them. Let's talk about it. We're talking about meditation today. So what we're gonna go with this right here.
Let's go. Let's go to anywhere here. Whichever one of these pop up first. Cool. Om is probably gonna pop up first. Om, if I'm correct.
Gotta be a better way to do this than this here.
Yeah, probably. Maybe if I log in.
You want to log into your account?
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
All right, Neville.
Well,
Come on.
Betting or Buddhist balls. I don't know which one.
Damn.
what?
Man. Okay, man.
I'm just mad at y'all hand technique you had going on over
Stop,
here.
man.
See, had a
You was trying to implement
little finger rotation.
What's that?
Yeah, the rotation.
Chris. Okay. Oh,
Yo, let's just go to a song, man.
Yeah,
This
go
is
to a song.
They're the ones that
There's
have the
one.
little bells in them, right? Or the
Yeah,
spring.
yeah. You can have.
There's a bell in one of them. So
Just hit the X on it. What happened to the?
we're gonna play a song. It's
Yeah.
taking too long.
I saw
So they
one.
got Eve got a question.
Who is that?
Makes Eve right.
Okay, cool. We do it after. I'm assuming you want something smooth. Okay.
There. Oh, let's see. No. No. I thought it was something else.
Cheese Louise. Okay, let's just do this here. No, the Fly Posse. I'm not doing. Where's Let's do loaded. All right, cool.
Another one for the cool of you. Yeah. A sense of hypnogo we are going when we be chilling in the breezes, the blessings we breathe in. It's good breathing in. I'm like a getaway driver as we be driving forward through the clues into the future. Just look at the stores since we did divorce so long. Cause I come back to truth is everything now. I love you. Going in the hard space, racing through eternity. Skip you a heartbeat and be a concentration. Breathe the stuff and feel the rush of more light. Lay on the ground and look at the clouds, it's more light. I'm one of avarice and moving through the labyrinth from catalyst. Hell, I will move beyond its analysis. It's all good. It's like a mantra to me about a dog hood. The Skittles and a dream is so metaphoric. It tastes the rainbow slowly with the pores in it. Corn syrup, just enjoy it for another day. Playing by the drug dealers and the phase. Cash rules everything around me. Was the same, but I'd rather be naive and see what I don't see. As a truth for me, a source energy is not supreme love. They say be realistic and kick it with us, but I'm to stand up to follow the rush. A crowd's trying hard to be down when I know it's self knows about the crown. Now, a bunch of souls looking to be like somehow, but I know it's self love to rock the crown. Yo. Don't let it point this thing. Make me understand. Yo, love, yo. I'm loaded. Don't let it point this thing. Yo, the phenomenology of futuristic sonically experience nostalgia and a sense of loving memories. The come up is astonishing, as simple as a collard greens. Tail on my back, baby, yo, holla at me. Yo, yeah. Make me point down. Yo, look. It's the timber and keep memoir. What a funny pattern, one symbol. All the help up in the sky just like a symbol. 7-11, yo, we here now, free like a Saturday morning. Chief, got the bird with the antidote to the grief. Yeah, just be, yo, yo. You ready? Go. Yeah. Let's go, Sky.
Sade, son.
Sade.
Yes, sir. Oh, you want to do the link?
Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. I could do it from here. My bad.
You sure?
Yeah, I did the other one already.
All right, cool. That's what's up. Easy enough. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining us. This is Let's Build. We are talking about meditation today. Once again, I'm here with the God Amun Ra, and overseas, he's taking care of our music today. And once again, we are speaking on meditation. So, we are actually starting our second half of our program. We run normally 2 hours. Started at 8:30 today. What time we got?
9:45.
9:45. Okay, so we'll more than likely run until 10:30 and exit the premises. So we're speaking on meditation today. And do we have any more questions, team?
You got a few questions, but Lucy, that wasn't Erykah Badu.
That was
Sade.
That was Sade, girl. That
Oh,
was Sade.
boy.
Woo!
Baby mama.
He wishes.
Miss Eve, I'm gonna get back to the balls.
Oh, man. Balls, man. Why you keep bringing it up?
Gesture.
Why you keep bringing it up, though?
Get an apple.
Why you keep bringing it up, bro? All right.
It's all good. She want to know what y'all want to eat, man.
Oh, so the pasta, right? Is today special? Yeah.
Everybody got pasta today? The whole neighborhood?
No, just that place, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, what we got?
Miss Eve Wright. She is asking, would you say that meditation is our most natural way of being?
Yes. Yes. The most natural way of being, once again, the truth is peace. The frequency of divine truth is peace. This is the truth. And meditation provides us with the opportunity to embrace that truth through our presence, through the physical vehicle, and the physical vehicle embracing the frequency of our being, our presence, and peace, cultivating that frequency in the physical form. This is how we do so, especially after so many generations of programming here within the illusion. This is where we heal and recognize that. And eventually recognize that within the physical form amongst our interactions within, or as far as physical activity is concerned. This is where we embrace that space here within the physical and still continue to operate. However, we operate from a place of balance in recognizing that truth and choosing, or consciously embracing our consciousness and where we can be more conscious of our choices within the physical reality. So yes, it is exactly that. Thank you for commenting and being here, being present, shining your light in this dimension. What you got, team?
Lucy says she finds it hard to completely release and let go when she meditates, which is the main point of it, like you say. Does this come through practice, or am I holding back for a reason that is subconscious to me or something?
Mm-hmm. See, so now what you're doing is you're thinking about not thinking.
Yeah.
That analysis is the mind attempting to figure it all out. There's an energetic process going on, and once again, saying it's hard to let go is thinking about letting go. I get where you're coming from. However, through accepting where you are on your path, accepting how you feel. If you're uncomfortable, just be uncomfortable. Just sit there. It's the continuation of the practice, or at least the continuous attempt and cultivation of the practice. Your intent is going to unfold the experience necessary for you to release that discomfort. Once again, we all have specific energetic harmonic essences within ourselves where our intent is going to provide what's necessary for us, who we are energetically at this present moment, the proper circumstances and situations and unfoldments amongst our reality for us to realize what's necessary for us. If I was feeling uncomfortable, something must happen for me to embrace a sense of comfort amongst my reality. However, once again, who we are, your angelic guardians, we are aware of where you are energetically, and we know what will stimulate you in recognizing the source of that discomfort for you specifically. So if I was to tell you, oh no, you just need to do this, once again, that's not helpful, because this is to assume that this would be the fix for everyone. This is not the case at all. We're all individuals, and we all are experiencing our own specific harmonic essence. So again, your intent, the release and digression and pull back from the mind activity, attempting to figure things out, and allow it. Just once again, I'm assuming you want to meditate and you want to feel comfortable doing it, right? That's the start. It's just that intent and embracing that and continuing to do what you're doing. If you feel comfortable, let it. Just allow it. This is the wisest thing you can do. And then through your intentions, through your experience, through the release and acceptance of what that was taking place, you're going to allow that the experience or the path necessary to unfold for you.
Yeah. I can vouch for this personally because, yeah, I do meditate when I run, but I have a spot next to the stream where a rock protrudes from the ground, and I sit there and meditate. And I can never just tone out anything. I think my mind automatically has things that I have to do for the day, for the week, probably for the year going through it. But just to be in the moment is what. I don't know, it helps me go through the process of meditating and creating and attracting the things that I need. Just what he said is basically just putting in the effort to basically do it. You don't have to clear everything out your mind and get it nice and perfect and light your candles and your incense. It's cool. It hypes you up. If it makes you feel comfortable about it, cool. It's not wrong with it. But there is no set format on how it's supposed to be. If it was, I would be failing. I'm dead serious. The things that go through my mind while I be trying to meditate, oh my gosh.
You dig?
1,000 miles an hour.
Absolutely. So you got some more questions, B?
Yep. Frank Fiol. Peace to all. You talked about not escaping, but what about intuitively knowing you must re-energize in solitude at times before engaging the human reality again?
Perfect. Perfectly said. This is there's the intuition again, infinite intelligence. It knows, you know. There are no questions, there are no answers here. You know this. Once again, this is necessary. You recognize it for what it is. Sometimes it's necessary to fall back, re-energize. Once again, meditation is like, I keep saying once again, whatever. Meditation is like it's like a pause button. It's like a pause button. You playing a game and you get too caught up in the game, and then you start doing a bunch of different things. You fall back and you get to digress and address your presence. And being able to make the decisions that are in alignment with who you are in truth. You get too caught up in it and you got your eyes open the whole time and you're fully engaged and doing all this stuff and running around. Sometimes it's necessary to fall back and readjust and embrace a sense of clarity. So a second. Just step away for a second. And once again, I'm not saying that stepping away, you're going to change the decisions that you're making based on your level of awareness at present. However, through that activity, you're able to experience or embrace the decision or execute what you're attempting to execute with a deeper sense of effectiveness and efficiency because you're focused. Let me throw this in there before I stray away. And I want to go into the steps. Tell me the steps. Say the steps on meditation later on. I'm gonna just talk about this now. As you meditate, and remember we talked about stepping away from the experience and re-engaging, being sensitive, being 100% present, right? When you do this, and you operate here within the illusion, everything that you do will be from that place of focus, of efficiency, of effectiveness, of wisdom, because you are 100% present and relaxed, and all of your energy is invested to what's in front of you. And this is so important because the most important thing that is what's taking place right now. Right now is the only true reality there is. And guess what? The most important thing that you are doing in your life right now, and you being here 100% engaged, grounded, present, sensitive, and open, is where you're operating from a place of infinite intelligence. And if you stay here, all the things that take place in your life will always be executed from a place of infinite intelligence and wisdom, because you're fully engaged. You're here. And what's before you, what's taking place, you're aware of it. You're conscious of being conscious. You're present fully. And you're able to invest the entirety of your being, not 10%, 20%, 30% of your essence, and then the other 50% is, what I got to do tomorrow, what I got to do later. I can't forget this, I can't forget that. This is all mental stuff. Being 100% here is where you're operating from a place of wisdom and intelligence. This is what meditation does as far as being focused, because now deserves all of your attention. Now deserves all of you, your complete focus, all the wisdom and energy that you have as God's supreme source of this experience. It actually deserves all of your energy. It deserves all of it. It's a blessing. It's a miracle right now. And being here right now fully, you're able to embrace what it is that you're here to experience, the blessing and the miracle that you're here to experience with all of your being, with all of the wisdom and intelligence within who you are as the creator. So returning to this space, yes, it was beautiful that you expressed it's sometimes necessary to back away, take a break, then come back. But once again, when you come back, you take that break, you come back, you're more effective, you're more efficient, you're clear, you know what's taking place, you're sensitive, you're balanced, you're beyond the temporary emotions from a centered place of peace where there's clarity, wide open. This is where you want to be. Yes, you can laugh and joke and be sad and go this way and go that way, be lonely sometimes. But once again, all of these are temporary. When you wake up in the morning, you're in peace. When you go to bed at night, you return to peace. This is the eternal truth, beyond the illusion. And this is where you operate from the most clarity. The path of spiritual maturity is in operating from this place more and more and more and more throughout your physical experience. So, what else we got, man?
Everybody's meditating.
Mm-hmm. Everybody meditating.
Well, hold on. Unless I'm late. Did you do the question by Vivi Tulia?
What'd she say?
She said, this question isn't exactly about meditation, although it is in many ways, but I'm currently in the process of motherhood. I don't know if it's possible to even ask this question, but am I supposed to somehow parent them and see some limits, like how much they can play video games? Is there limits to that truth? Anything you enjoy is what you're supposed to do, even if it looks like you're playing too much because, and her son says, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I love doing it. And she says, I don't know. Some part of me is totally agreeing with her son because she knows the feeling of actually, loving, doing what she loves to do. Basically, she knows that feeling. So she says she feels like she answered her own question. Children are fascinating, but yeah.
Once again, children are infinitely intelligent as well as you. Yes, recognize the confusion. However, in being an example as a parent, a guardian of a beautiful soul who selected you to be the divine essence or the guardian of their existence and coming here into earth and leading or being a pathfinder for them within the earth experience. You want to, of course, it's natural that you want to, quote unquote, protect them from the things that you feel may be harmful to their being. However, as an example, you can make suggestions, plan activities outside of the video game world, being active with your children. Let them play. Tell, don't play this, and once again, they don't want to play. Anything you resist and the child wants to do it, you make it a taboo, and then they become obsessed with it. Let them play. However, as a guardian, as the child's parent, you can make suggestions, plan things. Of course, in the meantime, you're embracing that sense of confidence in your child where you trust them, you trust what they're doing, but at the same time, you can also make suggestions as a caring, loving, wise parent as far as what the child can participate in. I love the way that Amun Ra parents his children. He takes his children, they come to the house all the time and they play video games, but at the same time, takes them camping, takes them out to the woods. They do like team building exercises with obstacle courses and logs, and they do exercise. You have them stretching in the bedroom and meditation, and take them running and all these things. Like, these are things that a wise parent do. They make suggestions and fun activities for the child to participate in, and giving them the option of other ways to express themselves and enjoy life other than sitting in front of the TV or sitting at McDonald's or whatever. Like, you make those suggestions, and it's not necessarily about you saying, oh, no, you don't do this, you don't do that. You make these things available, and you have them participate in life with you.
Paul String hit that on the head. And lead by example of other ways of having fun, expanding perspectives, and sharing quality time. That's perfectly said, Paul.
Absolutely.
That's in any kind of leadership role, which is being a parent is a leadership role. Some people like to say, oh, I treat my kids like my friends and all that stuff, but you're still a leader regardless. Whether you want to accept that role or not. You are a leader, but it has to be by example. Hopefully you are on a peaceful, happy path for yourself, for your kids to follow that. I'm not going to say a right path, a wrong path, because there is no right and wrong to it. Because, I mean, some people can have a bad childhood and still grow up good people. But it just basically depends on the examples that they see in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. My parents, or the earth parents that I selected, were perfect examples for me, and they're throughout the personality construct that I have. My father was very charismatic and very serving, or my father is very serving and very charismatic person. My mother is very, very strong, boisterous, and integral. You can't bend her integrity for nothing. You can't pay for, there's not a dime that you can give her to curb her integrity. And these are values that I embrace within myself that has allowed me to embrace the role that comes with doing the work here on planet Earth. So once again, leading by example is an amazing attribute and aspect of our presence here on planet Earth. We are leaders. However, it's necessary to realize that our leadership is in serving as an example. It's not about leadership is not about telling people what to do. It's about doing it and allowing that light to God to lead, to create a path where those who you inspire can embrace the same, not necessarily follow, but they can embrace the same and take the leadership role on their own. However, this is an option. It must be done per their own free will, not about making them do it, or once again, suggestions. And they allow them to make the decision and take a personal stake in the decisions that they make. And these things are where we're actually leading the way into the new earth. So, you got any more questions?
No more questions for now.
Okay. Let me speak on something. You speak on
meditation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna speak on the, and I want to say steps to meditation. I want to say I'll just say it's analogy on the nature of meditation. This is what happens within my presence when I go to meditate. And as far as the steps that has taken place to embrace such a reality. So your mind is going. When you start, you're gonna have an abundance of thought forms. You're just gonna go, and it's gonna be a lot of talking and doubt and fear and questions all over the place. As soon as you close your eyes and you sit down to go meditate, they're gonna be there. And more than likely, many who are beginning to do this are going to notice them instantly that this stuff is going on, this mental activity, these questions, this talking, and it's going to sound like more than one voice. It's just talking all over the place. Recognize that this voice, these voices in your head are not your own. They're not your own. These are frequencies. In actuality, they're lower frequencies that exist within this environment that we become so accustomed to. So, this activity, you meditate, what's happening is as you sit there and you be still, as you become still, and you just sit there, close your eyes, and you sit there, you be still. You allow those thoughts to go. It's almost like a stream. The stream is just going to flow. It's going to be all kind of thoughts. And a lot of these thoughts are going to attempt to emotionally manipulate you. It's going to attempt to scare you or make you feel jealous or lonely or sad or all types of lower frequencies. It's basically taunting you to entertain those emotions. Let it happen. Let the emotions flow. Let the thought patterns flow. It's just going to go. However, if you remain sturdy, if you remain present, and you continue to sit there, what will happen is that stream of thoughts will start to dissolve. And when I say dissolve, that means some of the voices will stop or start to become quiet, and the frequency or the number of thoughts will begin to slow down. Like it won't be as much. You start to slow down and continue. Once again, as you continue to do this, the thoughts will slow down. But the thing is, it's necessary to allow them to flow. The thoughts are going to come. You have to allow them. You don't have to think about stopping them or trying to control them. You just let them flow. And as you let them flow and you just sit there, they're going to slow down. And they're going to slow down and slow down. And eventually you'll come to the place where there might be one or two of them talking or voices. And eventually they'll become one. Just one voice might be talking a little bit still. However, it's starting to pull back. And as you sit there, eventually, it's like visualize a clock small hand ticking. As the thoughts start to dissolve, and those thoughts die down. It's just one. It's going to come to a point where you stop that small hand on the clock. It's just going to stop. And from that point, it's like turning the clock backwards. Like you start to turn the clock in the other direction from that place of balance. This is the magic spot. You'll start to notice your breath become shorter and shorter. You're not breathing all the way into your lungs. It'll start to come up here. You breathe here like short breaths. And eventually, you're just breathing a little bit. You're not even really breathing. You're just breathing a little bit of air into your nose, but you're not necessarily filling your lungs. You're there. Thought patterns aren't moving. The clock's spinning backwards. You're not really breathing. You're just there. This is where you want to be. This is where the cosmic energies start to flow through the top of your head. You may feel like a massage on the top of your head. This is cosmic energy connections. This energy is filling your body with light. That light is moving through your nervous system. This light is upgrading your presence. This is the light where you're receiving downloads of information. This place of presence is where you're being upgraded. This space is meditation. Now, within this space, and I'm going to describe the processes or some of the processes in which I go through my meditations. This is specifically for me. You're welcome to embrace them, but this is the activity that takes place when I go into meditation. I ground myself. I'm connecting the core of my essence into the core of Gaia through request. I request I basically see an etheric umbilical cord, a light cord from my heart to the core of Gaia. And I'm requesting Gaia allow me to connect. From there, I'm requesting that light be transferred to Solaris, the sun in our skies. I request this light to be transferred to the core of Solaris. I thank Solaris for the connection. I request this light from Solaris to be transferred over to Eon, which is the consciousness at the center of the core of our galaxy. From this space, I thank Eon for the light and allowing me to shine this light here on the planet Earth. And I request that light or that core, that umbilical cord light from my heart space to be transferred over to Malcor, and being the logos of this sector of space. And I request that Malcor allow me to shine this light here on the planet. This is my grounding routine. And I go through this through my essence. I'm not saying it in my mouth. I visualize it. I see it. I see this taking place. Also, I request that my energy field be expanded to maximum capacity by the angelic realms. I see my energy field expand beyond the vastness of space into deeper and deeper aspects of the multiverse, to embrace all that is within my energy field, and this continues daily. From there, I request the presence of the Ascended Masters. I ask the Ascended Masters to assist me in clearing any blockages, energetic blockages within my energy field, through blessing me with the colors of the chakra system and creating an opening and this hyperspin of those energy field or the energy centers where I can operate from a deeper space of alignment. From there, I allow myself to be present amongst the Galactic Council, express a sense of gratitude for my presence and service amongst planet Earth. And I ask the Galactic Council if there's any downloads or upgrades available for me at this time, and let them know that I'm open to receive these energies if they're available. I also request or also state if there is anything that I could do to further assist the council in the services here on Earth, that I am open to execute any services or things that I could do for the council through my physical vessel. From here, I remain present and silent, and I allow the processing to take place. I allow the upgrades to process. When I feel they're processed, the last step that I express is the presence of the archangelic realms, the legions of light, and the Council of Elohim. I requested a Council of Elohim, the Galactic Council, and the archangelic legions of light to escort me into the highest frequency reality that I could exist in this now moment based on my present frequency. I feel a transfer. I express gratitude to Mother, Father, Prime Creator, my fleet, higher self, the collective, our galactic crew, medical teams. This is, once again, my personal routine. When I go into meditation, I express these things. And when I feel enticed of the notion to open my eyes, I do. And when I do open my eyes, I recognize that I have just consciously shifted into a new dimension. Infinite dimensions, infinite realities happening all right now based on our present frequency. This is where you are consciously shifting dimensions. When you open your eyes, yes, you'll be in the same seat, you're in the same spot, and things look exactly as they were when you closed your eyes. However, know that you're in a new dimension, slightly different, slightly at a higher frequency. However, you have changed dimensions. We're dealing with a fluid existence here, where this is a hologram. Things look the same, but they're not. This is a hologram. This is where you are consciously shifting your reality into higher and higher and higher dimensions. This is what takes place, or this is what's available to you when you see the 1111 light code. The 1111 light code is significant in reflecting that you have reached a new frequency and a new dimension is available to you. When you consciously embrace that reality and allow yourself to shift into the higher dimensional frequency and the higher dimensional reality, this is what you experience when you open your eyes. This is what takes place when I embrace the formal aspects of my meditative practices, of course, integrated aspect of the experience throughout the day. However, when I do sit down, when I do light the candle and burn the incense and sit on the yoga mat, if you will, when I do this, these are the expressions that I express in formally, consciously shifting my dimensional reality. So, once again, this is the nature of the process that I embrace, and once again, hopefully it's helpful. It will not resonate with all of you. Once again, it's not about you doing exactly what I do. It's about being open to embrace your own intuitive guidance, connecting with those aspects of self that you resonate with on your path where you are at present. This is something that's been cultivated over many, many years. As far as my own intuitive awareness and being a routine that I execute whenever I'm consciously shifting dimensions. So hopefully, once again, this is helpful information that I share with you, and a blessing indeed. So do we have any questions?
Yes.
Yo.
Eve Wright. She would be grateful if you could write down at some point your meditation routine, so she can copy and practice it. But you just expressed about how it's taken years and years and years. But yeah, she's interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lucy asked, so each time you meditate, you raise your frequency a notch more? Is this correct?
No. Meditation and being present is conducive to elevating your frequency. However, it's not the core foundation of raising one's frequency. Your frequency is raised by expressing a deeper, or aligning yourself deeper and deeper within your reality, the choices that you make, the conscious choices that you make in vibrational frequency, policing oneself throughout the day. Somebody yells at you or cusses at you, when you decide not to entertain it, or cuss them out, or cuss back, or participate in a debate or argument with them, you've made a conscious decision which is going to raise your frequency. When you participate in your creations, when you communicate about ascension, the things that you do creatively throughout your day, internally and externally, the emotional balancing or policing, if you will, these are expressions or things that raise your frequency vibration internally, the internal work that we speak about. The external work being more creative, more expressive, connecting with others, being more accepting and unconditionally loving when around others. These are the things that you do in a physical sense or emotional, energetic sense that are raising your vibration. Every day you make these type of decisions. You have the opportunity to be of more service when you get up in the morning and you make these type of decisions. These are the things that are raising your vibration. Of course, along with your creativity, the interactions, and the nature of your energetic presence, all of these things are raising your vibration. However, the meditative aspect does raise your frequency as well. However, this is more so the foundation of where I am able to shift into a new higher dimensional reality. I made a bunch of decisions throughout the day, and I've made decisions that are more aligned with the peace that is the truth of myself. I've expressed a level of creativity that has raised my vibration to another level. I've seen 1111 like 3 or 4 times and 777 all over the place. And basically I'm aligning. When I go and sit and I decide to balance myself and go to meditate, I am consciously allowing myself to be shifted into the reality that resonates with my new frequency via the decisions that I've made, the gentle natures that I've expressed, the abundant level of creativity that I've embraced throughout my experience. This is where I'm shifting. The activity is what's raising the vibration. However, the conscious meditation is actually where I'm shifting into these new realities at a deeper level, because I'm actually being escorted and I'm working directly with the spiritual hierarchies in doing so. Yes, there are those who sleep and experience the dimensional shifts, and those who may do small meditations, however, not address or recognize the spiritual hierarchies in the practice, and they're making shifts on their particular level. However, making the leaps and bounds of spiritual evolution as far as based on the level of wisdom and level of consciousness that I embrace at present. This is the methodology that resonates with where I am on my spiritual path at present. And once again, this takes time. I'm not saying that everyone is there and they need to be there or have to be there present. Everybody is moving at their own pace. This is where I am at present. So, what else you got, man?
Liliana, could you say something about sound healing, light languages, humming, etc.? Mantras, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. Good point. Sound vibrations. They're tools. Beautiful tools at that. Some of you are guided to embrace these tools, the sound vibrations and frequencies that resonate with you when it comes to mantras or other tones when meditating or in your meditative state. Once again, where you're intuitively guided is the direction that you're supposed to go. In the beginning of my practice of meditation, I used to meditate and listen to beats. Listen to hip hop beats. I play the beats on my computer and I sit down and meditate. This served a couple different purposes. I got into my meditations. The visualizations of my meditations were deeper. And in actuality, at the beginning of the stages, I was frightened to a certain extent. I didn't want to close my eyes and see stuff. To be honest, like I didn't want to. It was a new world for me. I was still awakening. I didn't want to close my eyes and start seeing stuff and things popping out of places. I, wasn't ready for that. So, but I did want to meditate. I wanted to align, and playing beats and familiar sound vibrations that resonated with me. It was very helpful for me to feel comfortable and connected to the physical reality and not totally zoned out in another dimension. I wanted to kind of have a reference point within this reality to hold on to as I delved into the realms of the unseen. This was helpful for me. So as you see fit within your healing practices, within your alignment and elevation and frequency, you embrace where you are. And this is okay. What else you got, bro?
A lot of stuff popping.
What's up?
Trying to go back to this news. Okay, Frank. What about consciously deciding to lower your frequency? For example, I like to drink socially from time to time, but I still feel comfortable. Love to others in this state, but I have heard that alcohol lowers your frequency. FYI, not talking about being incoherent.
Mm-hmm.
Just being nice while he's socially drinking.
Mm-hmm. So, let's say this first. When you raise your vibrational frequency to a level, there's no going back. There's no going back. You're not gonna lower your frequency. Oh, I'm at a higher frequency. Oh, I'm gonna drink some whatever. You're gonna raise your frequency based on what you are at present. If there's still alcohol and stuff in your system. You know what I mean? Once again, your frequency is where it is. And once again, it can be at a high level. I'm not saying those who drink alcohol are not at a high frequency. There's people who drink alcohol and are not judgmental and extremely loving. They're at a high frequency. Once again, a lot of the fellas still drink.
He's trying to just point to me like he don't sip on that wine. Look, listen, I drink still, but coming from a place of knowing what it does to me and being able to control it, but understanding the fact that I'm doing it because I want to and I enjoy doing it, not because I'm worried about what's going to happen while I'm doing it. You know what I mean?
It's all good. Once again, no self-judgment. You must embrace where you are. Yeah. If being social and enjoying yourself in a social environment includes drinking, then so be it. This is okay. It's just necessary for you to embrace it now. Of course, the intent, and as you continue to raise your vibration, these things will dissolve on their own, but it's a gentle process and it takes a little time. You must embrace and accept where you are right now. This is okay. Once again, no right or wrong, but there is a path, and we all are on different frequency levels. And as your frequency raises, you naturally gravitate towards other activities, and this happens very naturally. So accept it. It's okay. What she got, man?
Well, everybody's telling me or telling us the way that they meditated first, or first time they meditated. Eka, first of all, says sorry he missed a bit. He really loves this topic. To be honest, he can't really meditate because it's hard for him to get into deep concentration. Although he makes hella good drinks though. While we're talking about that, he does Tri Sanya, which is a Hindu prayer with some mantras, and that's how he does his meditation. So shout out to Eka.
Eka Law, thank you for joining us today, Eka. So, and understand this, meditation isn't necessarily about it's not a mental activity where you're trying to focus or concentrate on something. It's about a sense of being. When you meditate, you're more so just there. You're being there, and you're allowing your body to be still, and you're allowing the internal activity to take place. Now, as you do this, and you continue to do this, no matter if it's 2 minutes at first, 1 minute, or five seconds, you just close your eyes and be still for a second and embrace or feel your heart, your internal reality, right? And allow it. Allow what it is. And this is a continuous something that is embraced throughout your path. As you do this and you become more comfortable with it, you do it for a longer time, it actually starts to feel pretty good. Just sitting there and being for a second, like on your break from work. And, you take a smoke break from work. You don't have to, you decide that I don't want to smoke today. I just want to sit here for a minute. I just need 5 minutes to take a break. And you take your break and you go outside somewhere and find somewhere away from you. It doesn't have to be silent. It could still be, it could be somebody doing a jackhammer in a construction site nearby. If you just sit there and be there, you're meditating. Once again, all of these prerequisites and things that we feel that has to be present or that's necessary for us to actually meditate are very superficial in nature. You just be there. You take a break from work and relax for a second and allow it. Once again, it's about embracing the sense of presence internally. What happens after that, as you continue to do that, is very, very natural. It's nothing to think about. You're gonna meditate, all of the so how to meditate and videos and schools about meditation and all this other kind of stuff. This is just more information that the brain collects. And when it's actually time to meditate, instead of just sitting there and being still and being the nature of meditation, they're thinking about the classes and all the things that they learned on the video they watch. Oh, they said to do this, and you got to breathe like this. You got to focus on your thoughts, and you got to, I got to say, this is not helpful. Relax, relax, relax. When we say natural, we really mean natural. There's nothing that you have to do but be God. Be here and be God. Be quiet, relax. No matter how long, how short, how you breathing, where you at, just sit there and relax. Feel yourself, feel your heart, feel your breath. Say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to expand and experience physical existence. That's it. This is what meditation is about. What you got, bro?
Mel, at times images too go through the mind during being still. Through meditating, should she just allow those images to flow through?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You can't stop it.
Once again, wisdom in action is an acceptance. Allowing the infinite intelligence of life to do what it does, regardless if you or the mind understands it or not. Once again, and the things aren't going to make sense sometimes, but once again, love is not logical. It's not going to make sense. It's love. You experience your love and you accept your love for what it is. Be here. Be present. Say thank you. It's all good. What else you got?
Paula, do you see stuff on your internal screen while you meditate? Because sometimes it feels like stuff are shown to me but are not really from you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sometimes. But once again, everything is from you. There's nothing that's not from you. You're God, your source. There's nothing else out there but you. To assume that there is something outside of you is once again an illusion or error in consciousness, an aspect of the illusion. Whatever is being shown to you is being shown to you by you, not another source or the devil or demons or negative ETs or whatever. Like, once again, all of these things are you. It's just your ability to accept them where you actually find the strength and wisdom to realize that there's no one else. If there's something parading before you that's uncomfortable, if anything, these aspects of your experience are but catalysts of developing your sense of balance, your sense of trust and confidence in who you are, and realizing that there's nothing outside of you doing anything to you. You're not a victim. There's nothing out there doing something to you and trying to show you stuff. And no, experience stuff like this too. And once again, initially, yes, it could be scary. Oh my God, what is this? This thing just showed up and I don't know what it is. But once again, in truth, you must realize that it's you. You are showing yourself this for a particular purpose. Not reason, because once again, reason implies logic. Love is not logical. You're showing yourself what's taking place for a purpose. It's not necessary for you to understand why it's being shown to you and assume that there's someone outside of you attempting to scare you or get you or suck your energy. And this is all you. Omnipresent, omnipotent, all-powerful, prime creator. You. That is all that there is. And then all that there ever will be, beyond the charade and illusion of separation. What else you got, bro?
Let's see here. Oh, I know this one is from Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, first of all, I'm sorry, Lucy. I'll get to your question. Laura Marie, if you're still out there, please restate your question, as it's hard to get to it at this moment. Thank you very much. Lucy, how about the practice of vipassana? I really would like to meditate solidly for a prolonged period of time and see where this experience takes me.
Mm-hmm.
What is that called?
Vipassana.
What is that?
This is what resonates with you, Lucy. You have to embrace it. Once again, the intent leads the way. There's nothing that I have to offer that will assist you in that process. Once again, life is providing this path for you. If this is something that you resonate with, then by all means, embrace it, accept it, and allow the path to unfold before you. I'm not going to spoil it for you. This is your experience. Life is zestful. There's a lot of things that are mystery. But once again, gifts are always mystery. However, it provides a sense of surprise when you experience the gift itself. This is the zest of the surprise, of the experience, of the mystery. It's priceless. Yes, ma'am. So embrace it. What else you got, bro?
Let's see. Vipassana. Lilana said, I guess the correct spelling, Vipassana.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Any other I mean, I guess Laura Marie had a great question up there somewhere before. I didn't get to check it out because my link came down. So, but it's gonna be up there somewhere. Maybe before even Eka tuned in. Yeah, go up because she replied to Lucy. Lucy said that she had a question up there. Laura Marie.
Is it too far up?
Yeah, probably way up. Maybe right after we came from the break.
Okay, easy enough.
So,
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Let's see. Are there any more questions out there? I don't see any more on my feed at the moment. If you guys have any more questions, now would be the time as we are running towards the end of the show.
Yeah, no, we actually out of time. It's been 2. I think we started on this. I mean, 5 minutes in, but it's okay. So,
it's up there. 203.
Yeah. No, I saw it. I know we started talking a little bit after that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is meditation. An integrated embrace of one's own heart space. The continual cultivation of this essence within ourselves is expanding upon our sense of being, our sense of presence, the sensitivity that we have within the miraculous experience of life. The more effective we are, the more creative we are, the more stimulated we are, the more graceful we are. The more we are conscious of being consciousness. A glorious practice that are beyond the rules and prerequisites that are expressed so much amongst those who are attempting to glamorize and make something natural to our being exclusive. Once again, it's a beautiful practice. It's an absolutely amazing practice. However, to assume it's rocket science is reflective of immaturity. You must embrace and allow and accept the things that come natural to our being. And this is where we're evolving. This is where we're continuing to expand. Continue to love, continue to accept and embrace and trust yourself. Y'all know answers here. They're all here. You know. It's just about you healing enough to trust what you already know. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Let's Build. Do y'all want to do a song? Y'all want to do a song? You want to do one?
Yeah, we could choose one from.
Okay, cool. So actually, we'll go ahead and end with a song, and then we'll head to the page. We'll end with a track. Yo, you pick a song, team.
I've not heard in a while.
Yeah.
At all. Oh, old man bar.
Yeah. Oh my
We
God.
had it at the house lately.
No.
No. Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna play "Old Man Bars," a selection with who's on this track.
That's you, Jay, Team. I think Team's on there.
Mhm.
Huh? No, never mind. Then you, Jay, and Richard.
Yeah.
Mask and Glam.
All right. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here to our Let's Build. The information is there. We are working on archiving our information, our videos soon. These videos will be available on our YouTube channel. Of course, our Trap Heaven promotional campaign is going on now. You see the dabbing Yoda profile pictures that we're all sharing as a campaign. Our album release is the 12th. We're going to do a house party, listening party on the 12th of August. But until then, we're going to continue to do drops and maintain the profile pictures of the dabbing Yoda, a simple, however prolific expression of spiritual maturity amongst the evolving aspects of the cultures, the music culture here on planet Earth. That was her question. How does one heal themselves with meditation from the subconscious thoughts, feelings, patterns, painful, family, etc.? Yeah. So, Laura, I'm going to answer your question, and in actuality, so I'm addressing it because what you're asking, and in your question, you said, how can one heal themselves